Hi, my name is Kiên Nguyễn and this is the walkthrough of my assignment 2 app. Okay, so here's my main application and it's handled the logic by main activity.java class. So here I have like 3 text view, 1 number picker, 2 button and 1 list view. So maybe like I gonna like try to buy something. So they said like all fields are required because I haven't chosen the product. So I choose the Pante. So I have a number picker here. So I try to like buy 7. So 7 multiplied by 20 is like 143. Okay, so now I buy it. So it show a message that like 7 Pante is purchased for $143. I said okay. So 7 deduct from 100 is like 93 in stock, like available right now. So I click on Ponte again. So here I don't validate the input in the number picker if they choose the higher value because I set the max value of the Ponte to the current available product. So maybe like this time I gotta buy like 17, so 347. So I click buy. Okay, another purchase. Thank you. Maybe I try to buy a shoes. 8 shoes multiplies by like 10 or so 83. I buy shoes, so I have 3 orders. So let's walk through my code here. So in on create, in main activity, I have a list of variable. So I store the current like products and its available quantity and the purchase history in my app. So in my app I have like the product manager and the purchase manager. So for the product manager I have like create a array list of the product, and for the purchase manager I also like create an array list of history like purchase. So like let's go back to the main activity. So in on create I have a event handler when the list view item is clicked. So when the list view item is clicked, like I gonna get the selected product. I gonna like set the min and max values for number pickers, and I set the name for product type. And also I have an event handler when the quantity is chosen. So I use the on scroll state change override function for the number picker in order to determine the total amount. In main activity I also have like on resume function. So when it's resumed like from the restock something, it's gonna like refresh the product list here by the adapter. I have an initialize product function in order to set the initialize variable, the quantity and price for the product I have, and I set it right here. And I have an on click in order to handle the logic. When click on manager button, it's gonna create an intent and lead me to the manager page, and the button buy is gonna like validate the input. If it's not, it's gonna toast a message, and if it's valid input I gonna make a build a message, and I add the purchase to the purchase manager so the history page will know, and then I reset all the variable on my view to the default value. So that is my main dot activity. So now I click on the manager. So on the manager, this view is like quite simple because I just like create 2 button, and on the on click I gonna create intent for history and restock. So maybe now I go to the history first. So I have 3 orders. So first order like Pante 7 quantity and total price, and the 2 order I just purchased. So let's take a look at the history. So in the history, so on create function I I get the history list from the adapter, and I have a on item click listener here. So whenever we click on any single row, it's gonna like create an intent for the details purchase, and I put extra the product name, the total, and the date for the purchase detail. and I also have an on option item selected in order to go back from this screen. So maybe now I click on the Pante, so it show product, price, and the purchase date. So this purchase is handled by the purchase by the history product class. So beside product, quantity, and total, I also have date. Whenever like we initialize the variable with a constructor, it's gonna like automatically like create a new date for that purchase, like which mean showing right here. So and also like or my app is in constraint layout, so I can rotate it here and here also. So maybe I go by. Okay, so for the Pante 17, this is the price and the purchase, and this the shoes, 8 shoe for $83 dollars. So and the last one is the restock. So I go to restock. So now after my purchase, it's only have like 76, 92 shoes and like 100 hat. So maybe now I gonna like validate the input. I click OK. So invalid input, I say OK. So maybe I make it 200. I say OK, but an item must be chosen. Okay, so maybe I restock the Pante for 200. I click OK. So it show 200 here. So I click shoe, maybe 300 shoes. And I cannot sell any hat, but I still like restock the hat for 200. Okay, and now 200, 300, 200. So I go back to my main activity. It's updated right here, and now I click on shoes. The maximum value of quantity is 300 here, and the maximum value is here. Maybe I try to buy it again. Maybe this time just like 8 hat. So 192. Check the history here. Here the shoe is purchased, and when I go back, uh, oh, I'm sorry, I just purchased the hat. So like 8 hat. So history, 8 hat 47. Okay. So maybe I go to restock. So it just update the hat with the current value right here. So maybe like take a look at the restock. So restock logic is like a little bit huge than the history class. So same step on create. I initialize variable, get the view, get the manager to get the product list, set the adapter, and then I set an on item click listener to know like which product is selected, option item selected for go back, and the on click to handle the logic, like when I say OK, it's gonna validate the input showing error message or update correspondingly. Or when I click on button cancel, it's go back also. Like I can go back like both way, cancel here. And that is the demonstration of my assignment 2 app. And thank you for listening.